Hey everyone, what's up? What's up everybody? Yeah, I just got off work a little while ago. It was a 4.5 hour shift, but it felt longer than that. But speaking of work, I think I just want to take this time to do a little bit of a vlog, a work vlog on my way home. But I gotta ask you guys, is it me, or with all due respect, do customers not understand that in a retail store, whether it's a super center, whether it's a supermarket, or a regular retail store that just sells clothing and stuff, do they not understand that, well, when a cashier's light is off, whether they're there because they have cashier experience but they work in other departments, or they're there because they are a cashier and they're assigned to be at that register for the next 2 hours or so, is it me, or do they not understand that sometimes, or that most times, when a light is off, it usually indicates that lane is closed? Do they not understand that? Hold on. Again, do they not understand that a lane is closed, and maybe the man or the woman operating that register might be heading to lunch, break, or even going home? Do they not understand that? Because I think, in a sense, I believe that they do understand that. They just don't care. I think, in all honesty, they either don't care or they don't understand. Sometimes I tell my fellow associates that a lot of these customers are conditioned this way. That instead of noticing the light and going like, oh, he's closed, which I will agree some customers do, not a majority of them though. But when some customers do notice it, it shows that they have respect for the fact that, oh, this person might be going home or going on break or lunch. But when people don't do it, they either show no respect, or it's just a case of they're conditioned to a point that when they see other customers, they pretty much say to themselves, hey, other customers are there, lane must be open, they just forgot to turn on the light. Now, I'm not saying that's the case, and I'm not saying that's always been the case, because there are times that when we do open up a register, that sometimes we do forget to turn on all light until we're reminded. So I'm not faulting the customer for thinking, whether yay or nay on if we're closed or not. If we just started and we just got assigned to that register, the only problem is we forgot to turn on the light. But to me, it's either a show of disrespect, or it's a showing of the conditioned a certain way. And what I mean by conditioned, I mean by the fact that like I mentioned, when they see other people in line, they pretty much think, ooh, that person's in line, I'm going to get in that line. Because they're open. But that's not always the case. You see, like I said, there are customers that do have the respect and realize, oh, the light's off. They must be going to lunch, going home, or going on break. So I appreciate that. I respect that because they respect us by acknowledging that. And we don't always have to put out a close sign. Well, mostly because a lot of our lane close signs are missing or broken. So, again, I have no problem. Like I said, I have no problem with, those kind of customers showing us that kind of respect. I really don't. But to me, it just bothers me. But to me, it's just an annoyance sometimes when customers do this. I mean, again, I get that they want to get out of the store as quickly as they can, especially on a day like this where it's Sunday and your favorite NFL team is winning. Is playing. Whether it's, in our case, the Raiders or the 49ers. Or in some cases I've seen around here, the Seahawks or the Cowboys. But the thing is, and the thing is, I can understand the rush to wanting to see games. I get that. But there is a difference between rushing people, or being in a rush, I should say, and showing respect. And that respect is to acknowledge, oh, that person's lights off, they might be going to lunch or going home. Because I'll tell you this, since I began there, and I'm not the only one, there have been many of us associates that have come, gone, and stayed. I've stayed and will continue to stay because this is my job. This is my secondary home, if you will. But the thing is, there have been associates past and present that have dealt with this too, and it annoys them as well. It's like, come on, we're trying to go to break. And we'll look out, and after we clear our lane, we'll look out and see that certain lanes are either still clogged up with customers, and we'll realize, okay, forget about asking for break, we'll just have to continue doing what we're doing, and we do it. We continue checking customers out. But sometimes when that's not the case, there are people that they should see the signs. They should kind of get the idea, like I said, with the light out, and then you're cleaning up your area, that you're either going home, going to break, or going to lunch. That they don't show that kind of respect. They don't. They just constantly keep going. They just start putting this stuff down. And it's like, and to me, and I know I'm not the only one that feels this way, you get this reaction, your thought process, you get to start going through your head that, really? Seriously? You guys are doing this? And I'm about ready to go to break? Either I'm going to go ask a CSM, or either I know I'm going to go to break and I know it's going to be okay, or either a CSM tells me it's okay. You get this reaction to yourself, or you get this reaction to them doing it, I should say, to these customers doing this. Like, really? Did they not just see my manager or hear my manager maybe say, oh, you can go to break? Hold on. But like I said, do they not see or notice that? I mean, I can understand sometimes different language barriers with all due respect, but it's like, seriously, you don't, seriously, even if you speak the language that let's say the CSM or the cashier speaking, and you hear them talk to each other in, whether it's English, Spanish, Portuguese, Chinese, whatever, yet you still don't understand or grasp, oh, they're sending them to break. Maybe I should grasp the fact that, oh, the light's off, they're sending them to break, or they're sending them home because it's the time to get off, or they're sending them to lunch. You don't grasp that? It's like seriously. I mean, the point is, as I finish this up, it's the fact that it's not just more of an annoyance. It's just something I hope customers someday down the line realize, oh, you know, we shouldn't, oh, the lights are off. That indicates they're closing up the lane. You know, and look, I can understand sometimes we have to wait for other associates to come and relieve us, especially if we have short days and they're like, hey, you can stay a little longer and just wait to the associate that comes in to replace you. I get that. But when you have a store that sometimes is restrictable, is very restrict on overtime, that's a different story entirely. So, and it doesn't matter what hours you have for the day. So, really, that's all I'm going to say for this vlog. Let me know if any of you who work in retail have dealt with this before, and what are your thoughts of it. And I'll talk to you all later.